We back. So, this is the revisit to Grixis Dumpling. So, Grixis Dumpling based on the Grixis Gyoza food deck that I made. That was based on Grilled Cheese MTG's Black-Red deck. So, that one was featuring Goryo's Vengeance and Emrakul. Thus, you ended up with Gyoza. Here we have Grixis Dumpling, so basically just to play on that name. So, it's mostly a blue-black food deck. With a splash into red for Voldaren Epicure. So Voldaren Epicure, Blood Fountain. These give you a ton of early discard outlets with Underworld Cookbook, but also an artifact density to make sure you can cast Thought Monitor, have large Urza's constructs and Urza's Saga constructs, and then you have this sort of Persist Archon of Cruelty package where the other deck had Emrakul and Goryo's Vengeance. Last league we played with this went like a little bit disastrously in terms of like we played a bunch of matchups that I felt like we shouldn't have lost and in spectacular fashion managed to lose them. And then I was playing kind of sloppy at the end of that stream because it was my first stream back. So let's get back into this and see if we can't have this go a little bit better this time. No changes to the list. I don't love this Obsidian Charmaw on the sideboard, if I may say so, but I definitely see that it has a purpose. Hey, Alex. All right, let's go. Yeah, blood tokens letting you play Asmora is great because then you don't have to play goofy stuff like Street Wraith. I bring you those gators I promised. We'll talk about that offline. All right, hand seems not exciting, but fine. We've got a cookbook, Saga, all that nonsense on the play against Luris. All right, so where do we want to start on Watery Grave or Blood Crypt? I'm going to start off on Watery Grave. I should have used the Bloodstained Mire because this could actually get me an island if this is a matchup in which I need that. That's okay. I could say that I did that badly because I'm rusty, but the truth of the matter is, for longtime fans, I'm just not great at this game. I mean, I'm fine. Monkey. That's going to come in a little quicker than I wanted. We could turn to Persist and Ovalchase here. They were paying costs on something by accident in the upkeep. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we won't be able to cast Thought Monitor this turn. We can cast it next turn. The question is it better to just make a Saga token next turn or cast the Thought Monitor? Oh, I guess I could Persist Thought Monitor, huh? That seems pretty hot. Let's do that. So this is giving up like a certain upside of being able to, have an Archon here. But I think it's worth it to put the creature in front of Monkey now and then put another big creature in front of Monkey next turn and then just keep doing that. Having the Monkey just freely hit me won't be fun. So at least they have to spend resources if they want to get through. And we got our 3 for 1 there. Okay, they hit a Saga. That's fine. Good old Thought Monitor. Oh, they're not on Death's Shadow, huh? Interesting. Well, I can't reasonably... maybe should have proactively fetched. Not sure if. I don't think it matters in main deck games, but it certainly can in sideboard games. Yeah, Boosh. Well, I was gonna get up and go to the gym and then take care of a bunch of stuff, and then I saw that Spike was off, so I got in the phone call that I needed to, and then hopped right on. So you don't have a kicked Unholy Heat yet, opponent. They could have Kolaghan's Command. Well, I'm not stealing it. I'm not even renting it. What's the right term? Borrowing it? Yeah, it's just a good business decision, exactly. Commandeer, yes. Pitch 2 blue cards. Yeah, no one was using it. So, yeah, I thought I'd hop in there. What do I want here? I feel like Springleaf Drum? Oh, sorry, the music must be deafening. I don't know why it's so freaking loud. Alright, there we go. Expropriate. It's $1 million word right there. Oh, I bet Stream Decker's being silly. Alright, still getting back in the swing of things. I think I really want the Springleaf Drum. But I feel like this construct isn't long for this world. But even if it isn't, I still want the Springleaf Drum. Because otherwise I'm just getting too far behind on mana. Yeah. Hey there, Crit Bros. I guess if I Thoughtseize them, I get to cast Blood Fountain if they kill my construct in response. So I'm forcing their hand, but not by much. Yeah. They're gonna drown my construct, huh? Oh, they're drowning the Thoughtseize? Okay, they must have a Kolaghan's Command or something. Oh well. Well, meowdy there, Radio John Murphy. And a real loud meowdy, partner, to all of y'all. Blue, blue? Uh-oh. Blue, red. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Good old Grixis Monkey. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I would love to draw Voldaren Epicure. Oh, for the love of... I wanted that card in my deck. That's why I put it in my deck. What the hell? Whoa! Cling to Dust. Okay. Jesus. Oh, well. So I guess we won. What tweet? What tweet? What did I do? I'm sure it was very funny and appropriate. But just in case it wasn't, what did I do? Oh, yes, the waiting room. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I just do stuff I think is funny, people. I have no plan. Do I look like a man with a plan? I'm just a dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do if even I got it. God, I love that movie. All right. Unfortunately, our opponent has a friend, so they are considerably advantaged here. All right, top deck. Good top deck. Any good top decks? Not a good top deck. Yeah, I saw a quote headline today that said Bitcoin crash. I'm assuming it's more of a Bitcoin dip, right? But I guess market people have a different definition of the word crash. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. I'm just some schmo, some Canadian schmo streaming on the internets. What are you trying to do, opponent? They registered 2 basic islands, and now it's giving them grief because they can't play Lurrus into anything but Bauble. I'm assuming that's what's happening. Yeah, like 10. I mean, again, I don't know the official definition of a market crash, but like, if it didn't lose like some I mean, I guess a 10% dip on something that's worth that much money is probably a lot of money, but hello, Lurrus. Welcome. All right. Want to know what I'm drawing? Sure. So I'm going to get another cookbook this turn regardless. So let's just discard this one. It's fine. So then I've got 6 for Thought Monitor. That's insane. Asmo, get a book. The last book. So we can play that. Play this. My opponent gains 6. Yep. I don't mind them gaining life toboggan. And their deck does play like 2 or 3 Kolaghan's commands if this is the kind of list I think that it is. So that's pretty scary. And they've drawn 2 expressive iterations in the last couple turns, so. You're the only one of your people who isn't stock market literate. Okay, so in response, I guess let's not blood token. Tapping down all my cookbooks may have been a mistake because if they have a Cling to Dust, they can actually snipe my Ovalchase now. The second Cling to Dust in hand. Otherwise, it's not really relevant. I guess they were probably just going after the other card in my hand there. Do I want to send this now? I think I do. Yeah, why not? All right. I wonder if they realized they goofed. All right, so let's get swinging. Now I deploy the ultimate monkey blocker. Oh, they probably have a drown in hand, huh? Yoink. Alright. Go ahead, opponent. Yeah, Asmo... Oh, come on. Asmo being a 1-mana 3/3 is... I mean... Asmo's down with the thickness. She doesn't look like much, but she's wiry. Look at that. You can see that medial delt. Look at it there. Eh? You guys like that? You guys like a meaty woman? Alright. Let's just gain a little life. I have more than enough food. Yeah. Well, all my stuff's tapped down. Let's do this next turn. Ah! Yeah, that would be nice. So I'm going to leave back the Epicure just to kind of annoy them for now. Because currently they're on about a 3-turn clock. Okay. You got me. Gosh. Boy, is my face red. Okay, so discard that. Asmo again. I don't have any cookbooks left. I don't really want to... Because they've got the Cling to Dust flashback ready. Oh, they have the KCOM. We have so many very powerful draws. Oh, for the... So annoying. Alright, well. Nothing to be done about that. Yep. Okay. I wonder if I should kill my own Thought Monitor to persist it. Because I need to find Urza or... The problem is it's so... I could easily draw an Archon like next turn, and then I will regret having burned all that resource. So I probably should have made the food while they were mostly tapped down off their Cling to Dust. They play Laris again. I definitely can, Shauna, but I only have 2 cookbooks now, and like that becomes 1 and then 0 very quickly. So I just... They didn't play anything with it? Okay. Oh, okay. Sure? Oh my god. Well, that's incredibly tedious. This is what I'm talking about. They can outgrind us. I don't know if they will, but they certainly can. Now, they can't shatter either of my cookbooks for any realistic profit at the moment. So that's nice. KCOM can't kill Asmora. Kill an Epicure if they want to. So they're shooting that cookbook. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I could kill the monitor now and then pick it back up. That's probably worth it. Yeah. There we go. All right, now we're cooking with propane. All right, opponent, outgrind this. Woo! Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff right there. All right. I had Luris in hands. I don't really feel like burning this blood. They're out of K-Coms in the graveyard for now. They just take the hit. That's weird and scary, but whatever. My one cookbook is tapped, which is not fun. We can spin Urza, probably. Hold on. How much mana do I actually have? Because I do want to be able to activate something if I have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can spin one and then have Blood Fountain activated off of... No, I can't, because this costs 5, essentially. Okay, that's fine. Jeez, another iteration. So that's 3 in a row. Let's say 3 in a row. 3 in, like, I don't know, 3 in 6 turns, something like that. 3 in 4, 5 turns. Well, I had the fair complexion of a Canadian going down last god. You should have seen the first bike ride we went out for. I took off the helmet and I had 3 stripes of red on my forehead. So I had to slow down how quickly I was absorbing that beautiful Florida sun. So I am considerably darker, but 10 days is not that long. I do appreciate the pushing the pronunciation of Florida, though. It's not my favorite pronunciation of that word. My favorite is Florida. Of Florida. I love Florida. Drown Urza. Okay, so. Oh! Florida. There's the Archon finally. Hands some with Teresa. Took me years to realize that Florida equals Florida because that's where he's from. Oh, okay. You're in your mid-20s when you... Oh, and the gifts up for Pizza H. Alright, so all of these things are fine. This thing is very good. This thing is also good enough. Why Epicure? So Epicure is a discard outlet, which is just generally useful. Probably don't need Thoughtseize, huh? And Needle EE. I guess so. I feel like they're going to be able to remove the needle fairly quickly, but I guess... anyway, so Epicure is a discard outlet that it also allows you to have Artifact Chaff, and Artifact Chaff is good to have so you can cast Thought Monitor on time more effectively. I got lucky with the how white I am. I tan pretty well. I don't just like burn and then go back. But I have been on cruise ship contracts with people who have just like amazing skin pigment where it's just like as soon as they're in the sun for like, I don't know, an hour, they just go like 3-4 shades darker. Yeah, see, that's the one I dodged, Kurt Bros. White to red and back again. I will say probably should trim on Springleaf and maybe one Thought Monitor. one Ovalchase because the cookbooks are going to be under attack. And the reason is because I want a little bit more removal for the early game. Monkey pressure is a beating. But I guess they're on Grixis Monkey, which is kind of a bit different. So it's like, yes, they have the turn one monkey draws, but Rebuke is theoretically more useful. It counters a lot of their 2-for-1 kind of spells. I don't know. Let's go like this and see how disastrous it goes. Alright, well, this is no good. It's not good, but I am going to keep it. God, we're going to get Blood Moon, aren't we? Not Blood Moon, Alpine Moon. I still think that this is the correct way to mulligan. Doesn't feel good, but I'm going to do it. Alright. Yeah, it's an okay matchup, Shauna. We're not against GDS, right? We're against Grixis Monkey. Although they're playing Dragon's Rage Chandler, so this is like the weird hybrid Grixis Monkey GDS build. You want to blow up the moon? Goodbye, Asmo. Holy yikes. They're coming after my kids. They surveil a Snapcaster. Okay. Mid-combat fetch. Because we're cool like that. Oh! That could be nice. We'll see, but could be. Fell for our ruse. Yes, our very clever ruse. Obviously, their Soul Guide Lantern makes it a bit inconvenient. Am I supposed to cycle this now? I feel that I am. Because I want to draw both a discard outlet so that I can needle the Soul Guide so I can get the Archon into play. So even though it's like it's not a big gain, I think it's worth doing this now. Okay. Could also cast this next turn if we prefer. So I can get the Springleaf Drum, assuming they don't kill the construct. Yeah. Well, only if I have a discard outlet, like... Shit. Another Thoughtseize is inconvenient. I think they take the Persist. I think taking the Persist is realistically the only thing they can do. I mean, I guess it depends on their hand, but pretty sure they'll take the Persist. They could take the Thought Monitor if they try to get me to hang myself. But I think that's pretty... I mean, it is and it isn't, right? Like, I don't have a double blue for Urza. They take the Thought Monitor. Okay, so they're going to try to... They're trying to bait me into the Persist, I guess. Which at the moment I'm not concerned about. Okay. Okay. It's a bag of ducks, a good thing. No, I didn't adjust my autocorrect. All right. So I think Needle their Soul Guide Lantern. You could cast Urza there. I could have done, yeah. Maybe we just Needle the Soul Guide. Needle EE and go the Saga plan. I mean, they can K-Com it no matter what it's on, and at the moment, I actually have a Persist in my hand. So I really don't understand how that's better than what I... Because we're playing a metric ton of discard outlets. Obviously, I don't have one now, but once this is needled, I could just persist the Thought Monitor next turn. Although I guess that's not really a big play at the moment. So maybe I just ignore that this exists for now, which means ignoring that this exists for now. Yeah. Right, unless they have Alpine. Well, they definitely have it, right? They gotta have it. I think I like Needle Soul Guide because we don't know that they have an EE anywhere close to this battlefield. The question is, do I go for one construct here? So if they hold up all their mana, I'm not going to play Urza into it. I think I play the Saga now. All right. Yeah, immediate K-Com, wipe my board. It's really frustrating. Yeah, it's really frustrating. And we can never ever get the Pithing Needle back ever again. I'd rather have more black, actually. Don't need much red at all. Okay. Okay. Now, we're not terribly far away from just hard casting this Archon if we resolve Urza, which is neat. Finally found iteration, sure. That gets them their... does not get them their 4th card type on its own. Soul Guide Lantern will. They top whatever they found. That's terrifying. That's not terrifying. Scary. I hate this stupid card. Okay. Maybe we'll top deck a land. I don't have a lot left, but I hope that I do. Okay, I guess we'll see what happens here. They could have they Cling to Dust up and just keep Soul Guide and Cling to Dust up forever here, because they actually were playing that card. Did hit the land though. That's huge. I mean, not huge, but something. But because I didn't make a food on last cycle, I can't activate Cookbook here. I guess I'm okay with that. Oh, let's get whacking. I think I just... Oh, I should have pitched the... Anyway. Missed the timing. They're definitely under the gun a bit here, though. They got a lot of stuff to deal with all of a sudden. May have to bait the yard hate. In what way? Because at the moment, my plan is just cast Archon next turn. I could persist the Archon, then cast it almost. I mean, I wouldn't say we're way up toboggan, but it definitely seems like we turned the corner a bit. But think about how different this game would be if the creature they had this entire time was Ragavan. Because I didn't have a single... way to kill their 1-drop this entire game. If it had been Ragavan, not only do I think I would have been dead by now in terms of actual damage, but they would have accrued so many extra resources. Anyone who tells me that DRC is better than Ragavan, you just don't know what you're talking about. I understand what you're trying to say, but it's just not true. Ragavan is just bonkers. Got a much higher ceiling. Should have played Ragavan. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Raw 1971. I didn't respond to your comment. Yeah, this deck actually would work really well with Dollhouse of Horrors. The problem is it doesn't have enough mana to cast it. They didn't see Archon game 1. Yeah, but they have seen it here. They definitely have seen it this game. And they definitely brought in Graveyard Hate, so it's not like they were unprepared for it, right? That looks like a sad monkey. Yeah, that is the thing that happens, Jig. I've been there, buddy. I have exactly 8 cards in Graveyard, so if they have a Drown in the lock, they can counter my Archon. So we're not doing that yet, at least. It's like, why build these decks anymore? I know, buddy. I know. I know. It's happened to me a lot. But these kind of decks that I've been building here, these kind of scrappy ones, the thing is, so yeah, playing Karn in your artifact deck is definitely dangerous. And it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. It should not be dangerous and punishing the way it is. That it's not fun and it's not okay, but so I could discard one of the 2 cards in my hand to push lethal here. And the question is, like, what is the actual upside for me? If they have nothing, like, I think I'm just gonna hit them to 1 here and just be more than happy with that. I guess they get to end of turn KCOM if they have it anyway. What does forcing it in combat accomplish for me, though? Basically nothing. You persist monitor? Yeah, post combat. That doesn't... Hey, Beacon. Yeah, I knew there was a KCOM. What the hell? Huh? Oh, sorry, I was reading it wrong. The modes. So this is destroyed, this is a 3/3, this is getting so I lose both constructs. Okay. Yay. But I can't persist the monitor here. It's pointless. They have the Soul Guide Lantern and play Lurrus in their hand. It's just completely pointless. That play doesn't do anything because they counter it and then they play Lurrus and then just replay Soul Guide Lantern. We're just right back where we started. I don't think there's any point in doing that. I think the better use of my time and resources... Yeah, we're going to spin Urza. So we're going to discard Persist. Yeah. Oh, it's fine, Shauna. Like, I hadn't really worked out why, but I had a sneaking suspicion that that was kind of pointless, and I'm glad that for once I was actually right. I'm not often right, but when I am, I choose Urza. Wait, no, that's usually the wrong choice. They have had their Lurrus in their hand for like 90% of this game. I think it was like since turn 3. They just literally picked it up on turn 3 and they just haven't played it yet. Which is a weird feeling. Clearly, this deck needs to sideboard into Expressive Iteration. Oh, God. Ah! I agree, Toboggan. I mean, that's definitely the downside. Yeah. This Soul Guide Lantern just being, like, naturally drawn just pinned us the entire game. What a huge pain. Of course, the Alpine Moon is also not a joke. Although that's an insane draw. What are you costing me? 4? Could make it 3. Should I make it 3? If I make it 3, what could I draw? Anything particularly relevant? Yes? No? Yes? Maybe? I'm not casting Archon anytime soon, so let's do it anyway. It means I can crack a food, which I might need to do to survive. Okay. So I guess I could use this to force them to clear my yard. And then they play Lurrus, and then they play Soul Guide. I can put them to 4. Then I can put them to 2. They'll have Lurrus in play as Soul Guide. It's so close. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Shauna. But it's... I guess forcing their hand into the Lurrus is pretty good, though, because next turn I have a blood token to try to draw into something. Yeah, okay. So... yeah. There is a actual, like, I don't know, tangible upside to this play, which is that my graveyard is now gone, so they can't drown much now. So depending on what I draw on the next turn, it could be significant. I'm going to take this hit. If they have K-Com to take me out of this game or Lightning Bolt, I don't care. If I get bursted out, it's like, that's fine. Did you have a 5th land? I don't think that changes Lurrus too much here. Although I'm shocked they wouldn't go Lurrus into Dash Monkey here with me tapped out. They found another iteration. Oh, snap. Yeah, I'm dead to that. Okay. Huh. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat that deck in the post board. We got pretty lucky to beat it in the game 1. But we definitely can. I think Pithing Needle is a trap here. I think I want things that give me more immediate value. I can't imagine Pithing Needle ever actually accomplishing its goal for more than any amount of time. Like, maybe I'm thinking the wrong way. It's just like, I don't know. It feels like if I ever need it, it's not going to work. But maybe I am set up the right way. Lurrus and K-Coms is just so hard to beat. We were close. We were close in a couple spots there, and we just couldn't quite make it. I think it's fine. I think the thing is, Shauna, it's like they're not unlikely to have a hand that's similar to double KCOM Alpine Moon Graveyard Hate, because like a single KCOM can get snapped fairly consistently, and then like I don't know. I don't think it's hard for them to have a hand that's that good. This is not good, but it's not awful, so I'll keep it. This plays, and that's gonna have to be good enough, I think. Damn. All right. I'm not gonna play the Saga on 2 here. Okay. I will play the Saga on 3, try to kill the Ragavan. Hey, Larynx. God damn it. Come on. Why you gotta do that? You'd think so, Valcanius, but you tend to throw your Archons in the... Oh, no. Wait, what? I don't understand what just happened. Okay, I guess I don't need to. You tend to throw your Archons in the bin fairly aggressively in a deck like this, like when you have blood or food with which you can transform them into other resources. And, okay. And, when you stick Urza, usually you end up winning via some other means, so it's really not... It's not super common. Let's say that. But the entire last league that I played, I was unable to persist an Archon even once, and we barely ever had one in... Oh. Actual counterspell. Crap. Well, at least they hit a land again, but I think we're doomed here. Yep. All right. Okay, that is one of our best possible draws. You weren't lied to. The name of the deck doesn't necessarily mean there's a card in the deck with the exact name, Larynx. As I explained before, this was based on a deck idea before that was called the Grixis Gyoza, which had no dumpling in it either, but they are both food decks. This is why Epicure is good. But we're about to find out why Urza's Saga is bad, because we're going to get destroyed by a KCOM again. I think Cookbook is what I want. Soul Guide Lantern for Cling. I don't think that's super important right now. I think if I want to find a spot to... I think if I want to find a spot to take action like that, I think I can do it right now. All right, I'm off it. Sorry, I can't take that. They're also playing Dress Down. I can't. We're not beating that deck. Yeah, we had the Spellbomb in hand, so it's like if I really wanted to deal with it. The thing, Cling is so inefficient though that I'm not really worried about it in the kind of games that I feel like we can win. Tricky matchup. I mean, from my perspective, for you just blew me out. You blew me away every single game. It's just like nonstop K-coms. Even the one I won was so tight. But it doesn't feel like it from the upper. Yeah, game one was impossible, but it was also hard for me. I think game two, you hold the Spellbomb. It didn't feel like it was all that useful. You basically never snapped anything. And your DRC was almost entirely useless the entire game. It didn't do, like, any damage, right? If that had been a monkey in game two, I would have been so dead. It's not even a discussion. Like, I would have been dead, like, 5 turns earlier and not ever in contention for winning anything. It was not okay. Yeah, I don't believe that your deck could possibly actually have a tough matchup there. Like, just sometimes the games kind of shake out weirdly. But regardless, you played very, very well. That is not to try to take away the excellent quality of your play, sir. Yeah, I mean, you had to make a lot. You had to make a lot of decisions, and yeah, they definitely all matter. Like, you definitely had like a lot of decision points per turn. But that is Grixis, right? Like, that is what that deck is. It's a very decision dense deck. Period. That's a good draw. Dress Down's just a fine card in the metagame. Like, bricking a lot of Titans, big draws and plays is really good. Right, no, it shouldn't be main decking in Grixis Monkey, right? You could probably play 1 or 2 if you really wanted to. But it's not worth it without a sort of proactive... Okay. Why no drum? Oh, because I'm an idiot. I'm off my game. All right, I don't know what we're up against. We're against something that conceded to my early game. Yes, everyone playing drum is free. I was just talking and trying to explain how... or process how it might be possible for this to actually have an okay matchup against Grixis anything right now, and I just don't think that it does. It has a better matchup than almost any other artifact deck that I've played, but it's still not good. It's still atrocious. It's there's just so many main deck K command decks right now, and it's just so disheartening to run into them when, like, you can grind through them one game and it's usually you get 1 out of 3, but then you just get buried. All right. I'm not gonna bring in the extra graveyard hate until I actually know what they're on. But Thoughtseizes are probably okay. You might be, Shauna. Like, again, I think these decks have the best matchup out of any artifact-based deck that I've ever built against Grixis. Actually, that's not entirely true. Blue-white Urza Urian stuff also has an okay Shadow matchup. But again, you usually lose. You have an okay matchup, but you usually lose. It's just that, like, Shadow's just... Shadow... Yeah, like, the Snap deck or Shadow, they're just disgustingly good decks. Like, there's a reason they've won so many. Like, out of the last 8 challenges, won like 3. It's it's just ridiculous. Like it's just way over the oh, Living End. Oh, they're not gonna like my Archons being in the graveyard. I guess that's why they scoop so fast. I mean, both Shadow and Monkey are incredibly decision dense decks, Jig, but they're kind of just totally solved, right? And there's not. I think there's probably a lot of interesting play to it, but it's just not anything that I'm interested in. This is a tricky matchup. It can be. We don't know how they sideboarded, right? Because they're gonna have endurances and stuff, but they can't always just be able to. It's solved. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I personally don't enjoy playing archetypes that I feel are totally solved. Except for creativity. You know what? I like playing control decks. I do. I like playing real control decks. Quote unquote real control decks. Which creativity really isn't. Your creativity is a control deck for a small brain like me. Creativity solved. Yeah, that's true. That's why I was adding the addendum. Like, I think if I was smarter and better at this game, I would probably enjoy playing blue-white in competition. But I find when I do it, I don't do as well. That's not true. In paper, I do pretty well with blue-white. Oh, there's just only so many tournaments to play. Creativity is just so much fun. Yeah, blue-white's very straightforward, but then the problem is the mirror matches. In my opinion, like there's a lot of decks that it's like, oh yeah, they're fine to play in leagues and stuff, but then when you run into challenges and you run into the hardened blue-white grinders, it's like, oh yeah, I think creativity solves Shauna, for lack of a better term. I haven't iterated my list much at all. So I don't think I can make the token here, because then I get Violent Outbursted. So I think I'll crack one blood now. Because my assumption is what they want to do is endurance me and then go off. They don't know I have a second Archon. So I'm just doing that for mana efficiency. So if I make this token... Yeah, I'm vulnerable. I can't do that either. It's okay. I don't need to do that. Also, the second Archon was a completely not okay draw for me. That's way too good. So let's go sack this. Blue, black. Sack this. Start Ovalchase. Yeah, I'm on it, Shanna. Okay. It's a really good draw. Well, I should have attacked for one first before I forced the action. Okay. Let's take the Brazen Borrower. I think that was right. And it's probably okay to discard Archon at end of turn. Oh, they're gonna hardcast Ingot Chewer. Crap. That's really frustrating, actually. Shit. I mean, they have to find a so Shardless is the only card I know about. They have to find the hell's the name of the thing I'm trying to think of? Endurance. They've got time though. All right, do that. Play Ovalchase, go. Yeah. So now they start finding cycling cards. So they need to find endurance, and then they're golden.
Just give them one of these.
They probably have 4. Thanks for the follow there, Noble Rooster.
Ooh, hey.
Or they could just start casting Stripe River Winders and crap. Hopefully we can keep up with that, but I need to actually draw something that does that. He's gonna take it? Alright. What about my second Ovalchase Daredevil? Curator? Anything? Wow. Opponent's on crazy psycho mode. Oh, chooses not to play it. My heart is warmed by my opponent's excellent gameplay decisions. I mean, that's what they had to do. And they group block. I just trade. All right. That's fair, I guess. All right, so I have nothing relevant to pick up. But we'll keep playing out lands, not because I think I'm actually going to manage to cast the Archon, but because I want to be able to play any artifact I draw, and then play an Ovalchase, because it picks up both. Hey, Moukton. Like that one. Yes, yes. Donk. Ovalchase. Oh, now even if they clear my graveyard, I still get an Archon. So, which Archon almost kills them already. Wait, after this attack, it does kill them. All right. Let's see the Violent Outburst, where I get triple Archon and kill you anyway. Oh, they're just gonna die. Got it. So, yeah, we just play this. Ovalchase. Street Wraith to 1. You got it. Did I have a relaxing vacation? It was actually exhausting. It's exhausting, and it was stressful on the top and the bottom, right at the beginning and right at the end. But otherwise, yeah, it was really amazing. Got to see my dad. Spend a bunch of time with the old bee. Well, that's fair, Toboggan. That person doesn't sound like a very fun person to play Magic with. Oh, I ran into Moukton. Hi, friend. I'll give you a second to hop off the... Oh, we're doing just fine, Dave. This hand is not, though. This ain't it. All right, cool. Top 8 anime betrayals. How often are people getting betrayed in these anime? I think bottom the Ovalchase makes sense. Yeah. Well, Dave, like, there's a few players in Toronto that from time to time I've met who are like that, but by and large, it's a really good community. The funny thing is, the players who are actually really good at the game tend to be very kind, completely sort of reasonable, well balanced, well adjusted individuals. It's almost like success at Magic actually is predictive of success in a lot of general ways, let's say. Well, this hand is not going great. Where are the good game stores in Toronto? I'm visiting a friend in Brampton, hopefully soon. Okay, Brampton's not super close to Toronto. Just FYI, if you're from somewhere where you think that is going to be an easy jaunt, it's not. That said, face-to-face games in the East End, Harry Tarantula in the North, and 401 games in downtown. You should check ahead for what events, if any, are going to be actually firing any events. Like call ahead. They all have great websites. Crap. I mean, I have to jam my one persist into their one counter here, right? Like I have to make them have it. Oh, and they didn't. Thank you for the bid Spidey. A and C games in downtown doesn't have a great play space or any events going on right now. That's where I was working before. But what it does have is if you get one of the Magic guys behind the counter, who's like if you get him working, if you catch one of the Magic guys while they're working, they'll pull out any of the boxes for you of any of the newer sets, and a lot of people, or rather, there have not been a lot of people going through it aggressively. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, that's also true, Dave. And one of the crazy things about Magic that I've noticed. So, oh jeez. Well, we hit the horrible clunky half of our deck. The, if you are, and I guess this is true about most games in general. I guess things in life in general is that if you're exposed to a bunch of like actual good players right at the beginning who are like empathetic and communicate well, it's gonna very quickly translate into you being successful at it a lot quicker, like you grasping core concepts. And yeah, okay, we're feeling kind of doomed here. That said, I guess if I rip Cookbook, we could turn things around pretty quickly. I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff that could make this a lot easier, but this has been a very unfortunate what is it? Sequence of events? No, series. This has been an unfortunate series of events. With Jim Carrey. Missing that land was painful. Which one? I think everything this game has been horribly painful. Oh yeah, they're on Resurgent Belief. No, I don't think missing the land was one of the bad parts. It was one, the matchup, which I didn't know what it was going to be, and the part where I haven't been able to do anything almost every turn. So I could pick up just Urza here. I don't think it's good enough. I want Cookbook or Blood Fountain. Perfect. Was it actually Sneaky Quetzalcoatl? I don't think I saw that one. I really like what is it, the Ron Howard Grinch Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. I really like that. Oh, hold on. I got more to do. The Ron Howard Grinch Who Stole Christmas may be incredibly childish, but you know, It's supposed to be. It's like, it's good at what it's doing. Also, the late 90s, early 2000s was a weird era for like AAA uh or like big budget films, major studio films, I guess you'd call them. Like the 90s Batmans were really weird. Not the early 90s Batmans. The Tim Burton ones were actually less weird, which is yeah, right. And it worked really well for some of them. Like The Mask was phenomenal. I guess that's kind of mid 90s. Well, the weird thing for me, Sneaky, is like there was this weird, like there wasn't really great CGI yet. Like there was CGI, but I guess it was mostly getting used for like action movies and not for like, you know, kids Christmas movies. So it was like a lot of it was done with practical effects, and it's like somehow it just aged really weird. Well, there's amazing CGI, like the touch-ups that they did in Jurassic Park on top of the practical effects, or the T-1000 from Terminator 2. Oh, he's digging hard, huh? Uh-oh. So cast out, lay claim, Shark Typhoon? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. That's how that works. Oh, we're getting beat to hell here, Freed. Opponent has 6 cards in hand, 5 cards in hand. How did they end up with so many cards? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Alex. Like Jurassic Park still looks amazing. It has no right to. It really does not. Like, so sack my thought monitor here. Huh? We could get through this. Yeah, but then you got weird moments like the mannequin Spider-Man, right? Yeah, there you go. This guy. It's really funny. Second fairy, rude. Last god. Yeah, I've played something like what the opponent's on, Freed. I never found a particularly large amount of success with it, but I have played it. All right, so they're gonna have another counter of some kind, which is gonna suck. Well then. Hiya. Archon of Cruelty. So we're just gonna kill him with Archon triggers, huh? Pug. You put the Thought Monitor in my graveyard? You fool! That's right where I wanted it. Freak You Nasty was playing against a player last night, and it was like, why are they taking so long on things that are even not decisions? And I was like, oh, they're just Yu-Gi-Oh! Narrating everything that they do. And my soul wants so badly some kind of MTG property that is as wonderfully overly dramatic as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cartoon was. It's a work of art, it really is. It's just glorious. It's so good. Now, is it for the greedy reason that I want to be hired to voice some of the people? Absolutely. Is that even a question? That doesn't mean people wouldn't enjoy it, though. More cringy shit? What do you mean? What do we have that's cringy? I don't think I understand youth culture anymore. No, but like... Oh, yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying, Sneaky Quetzalcoatl. I'm saying, like, it's different when you make a universe where that's normal, right? Like, that's de rigueur. That's what everyone's doing. It's not weird to the characters. Like, they're not bothering each other. That's just how they play. Hmm. Yeah, absolutely, Noble Rooster. You don't even need to. No cash or monetary exchange required. Oh, I mean, I get you, Sneaky Quetzalcoatl, but it has to be in the right context, right? Like if you're just doing it at the LGS and annoying people, that's, you know. Okay. Can I get lethal here? I can't bounce the Solitude for any. Yikes. Force of Negation. That was... So I can Blood Fountain right now. But I can't cast the Thought Monitor. If I attack, they just trade everything for the Construct. But that leaves the way clear for next turn. It's probably worth it. Oh, I could have played Asmo and then... Right. Oh, okay. So we got a freebie there. Oh! Well then. All right. Go. Narrating your opponent's plays that are killing you. Now that's the power move. If they have another Resurgent Bleed, we could lose here. And that, like, it's not close. Well, and let's all not forget the wonderful parts of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they were just making shit up. Those cards don't do anything like that. Why did magic just start happening? Alright, so Thoughtseize, Metallic Rebukes. Which are not great if they resolve it to Fairy, but I don't think I want to take out Persist Archon. Spellbomb's not great. Asmora can probably get trimmed. Oh, Shadowspear is not necessary. Yeah, it's right. That's right. They did actually not they did not actually know what the full rules set of Yu-Gi-Oh was going to be when they made the first series, which is kind of one of the reasons why it's so funny and so good. Oh, we want the Nihil Spellbomb and the Soul Guide. What am I doing? Oh, this is the music from Splatoon. This song kicks ass. Splitack. Yeah, I wish Splatoon had been the Fortnite. Magic adopted the Pokemon Battlefield perspective. What, with the swinging cameras? Make it a little more cinematic. That'd be pretty cool. Splatoon is the sequel of Bloodborne. That's a mood. That's a thought. All right, what am I cutting down on? I guess I could cut down a little bit on Persistent Archon. They can't play Rest in Peace. No, I don't need Epicure as much. If at all. Yeah. So my response to Spires versus Fastland Freed is basically I hate Fastlands in Urza decks. I cannot stand them. I can't. It's actually it's a problem I'm seeing a doctor for. No, but I cannot stomach having those times where you get put on the spot where it's like, oh, I have the fast land, but I have a 4-drop that I want to play, and now we're not going to make it. Yes, Spires, and for what it's worth, Spires are really, really good. Yeah, exactly. All right. So they are set up to turn 3 lay claim. Although they don't actually have enough land yet, but I'm not going to hedge on that because my clock is not going to be particularly fast. I'm playing Saga next turn, and then eventually I'm going to get set up to a point where I can remove their graveyard. So I don't think I'm taking the Shardless Agent. I think I have to take the Wear Tear, even though they don't have white mana. Because if they lay claim early, I'm not giving them any good targets. And then the first target I'm planning on giving them is the Spellbomb, which will wipe out their graveyard, so they can't take that. Although they have Archmage's Charm to force me. I don't think I can afford to let them hit the white here. Kind of get the paid actor hand? I don't think so, Shauna. I think this hand is very dangerous. They're just missing white. And they have a lay claim to cycle to get there. And an Archmage's Charm if they hit another land. They can take your land, right? What? They can't currently kill the Saga, but like my turn here isn't not going to be like I'm definitely playing Saga Cookbook here. This is the breeding pool. Okay, no worries. Oh yeah, if that was a 1-lander, yeah, that would be Psycho. But on 2, like, they cycle Lake Claim here. They have another draw step. I'm assuming we haven't seen, you know, I think their deck is probably on more white sources than green sources. Although it looks like they missed, which could be really big for us. Yep. Oh! Lay Claim can take lands. Of course it can. It costs 7. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Yes. We're in severe danger. If they hit their land next turn, we're probably just doomed. That said, I could give them an Archon to take instead of my land, but I took out my Aether Spellbomb, so that's not a great move. I think I'm actually supposed to not move here. Because if they manage to belief this turn, then I can still persist on my turn no matter what. But if I persist now, it sets them up to just end me when they hit the... Yeah, it's better not to go now. I'm pretty sure. We go next turn regardless, but now we just see if they hit or not. They hit. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go for it. Oh, they're holding Archmage's Charm? That's annoying. Wait, is it? No, it's not that bad. Unless there's something I'm not seeing. They don't have an instant speed way to... Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, they do have Force in their deck. Well, whatever. Like, not playing around it. So I want to play Persist this turn. I did keep the Springleaf Drum. I did keep the Springleaf Drum. So I can make the Construct and then Persist. Yes. Oh, but I wanted the... Shit. Well... There's no way in the world I don't get a piece of Graveyard Hate here. It just means I'm not persisting this turn, which is not a big loss. This is what I've got on, David, and I haven't been paying particular attention to what each song is and which artist was the cover. Springleaf Land Drop? No, I know, Alex, but if I do that, then I let them have free access to their insane graveyard, which is not a good idea. Their graveyard is massive and terrifying, so I think that's a bad idea. Because they have the shardless. Like, they have the play. It's, yeah. So the thing is, if we let this resolve, they just grab my Soul Guide Lantern with the Lay Claim, and there's nothing I can do to stop that. So they do force my hand here. That's correct, Jiggy. I've played that deck, and it was a lot of fun, but it's not very good. It's not very bad. It's so-so. They have a Cast Out in hand, right? Yeah, they have a Cast Out in hand. Their deck is not quite breakfast, not quite lunch, but you get a good meal. Yeah, it's fine. It's just worth them living in. So if they have Force here, that's going to suck. They do not. That's good. So they gotta have a pretty good hand too. Well, they do have the cast out, but then they still have to deal with the construct, which is gonna kill them real quick. Yeah, okay, we can play that. They should block this. On the plus side, Jiggy, it is at least different than Living End in that your Resurgent Beliefs don't bring back opponents' enchantments. So... Oh no, they found another... Double cast out's pretty good. We're not out of this or anything, but that was tilting. Although I guess since I... Okay. Yeah, Spider. I mean, it's one of those things where it is fun with As Foretold, which I think I built a version with As Foretold and I built a version with Cascade cards, and they both were pretty good. That's cool, David. I didn't know so much detail about Insane in the Rain. All right, we'll get the Spellbomb here. So we're insulated from the next one. Triple Saga draw doing pretty good. No. Denied. Are an unmarked grave to give Omniscience? What do you mean? Omniscience must be legendary, right? See, like, that's the perfect thing to have the Yu-Gi-Oh-esque narration for. I cast Unmarked Grave. Oh no! What gigantic creature card is he going to get? Oh, ye of small imagination, you know not what my power lies in, for not in creatures at all. I bury Omniscience into my graveyard and pass the turn. Omniscience in their graveyard? But why? Yes, yes. It's working.
Compadres, it is imperative that we
Dinosaur
crush the
third
freedom
face with
fighters
a paw.
before the start of the rainy season. And remember, a shiny new donkey
All right,
for whoever
got him.
brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Do you know what omniscience means, fool? It means I am all powerful and all seeing. No, and that would be the perfect one, Jiggy Wiggy. Oh, I know, because that would be where the bit goes. Yeah, well, I have to write it. I think I set it up wrong. I had to sack the Thought Monitor in game 1 so I could late claim your other Archon. Other than that, I got trashed. I mean, it was that actually was a kind of scary matchup from my side because it was just so swingy. And the cool thing was our deck was able to keep up with you by doing the thing that that I kind of was saying we weren't going to do a lot, which is play Urza into Archons multiple times. I know Spike built a Resurgent Belief deck of some kind, although I don't remember. Do you fully say Asmo's name in paper, or you haven't had a chance to play one of these decks since you like creativity? Yeah, I haven't said it in paper yet. In paper play, I haven't. I have said it in a paper tournament setting. Because someone was like, oh, that long name card. And I was like, what, Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar? In the dark, this is fine. Not great, but I'll keep it. Oh, Amulet Go will be on Amulet. They were last time. Yeah, this is not gonna be easy. And unfortunately, we're not going anywhere fast. I was saying Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar. That's great. Oh no. Alright. Be back in a second once I'm dead. Yeah. All right. Where did we end up? All right. Oh, good. Another persist. I'm glad things are going horribly for me. Something tells me we're going to see a Titan next turn. Maybe they'll miss. Back in a second once I'm dead, but it's your turn. I mean, I was expecting them to magically play land, Amulet, Titan, go off, kill me. Which obviously was very, very unlikely on turn 2. Alright, we're dead. Wait, they don't have a Amulet. Technically not dead? Alright, we'll stick in it for one turn. I would do that, actually, Cute Bunny. I would say, generally speaking, I believe Esper to have more promise, but you probably didn't need me to tell you that. And just see where you end up. Hopefully it's a happy place. So if I draw an Archon, that'd be hot. So if I draw an Archon, that'd be pretty good. So I have 5 mana, so I can make a construct, get the cookbook, discard the Archon, bring back the Archon. Alright. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. And then next turn I can play Asmo. Okay. Remember, people, you got to use that streamer advantage. Because they have to pay for Pact, I'm like not feeling completely dead. No, I agree that Jeskai has appeal. Why not kill Titan? Because I'm bad. Yep, just because I'm bad. So that was probably the better line, and I didn't even think of it because drawing the Archon had been so unlikely, and I got exactly what I asked for. They can't... In theory, they can't get the Titan out of their hand this turn. Because their hand is Academy, not Academy, Teleria West, and a land, and one unknown. It's going pretty good, JK Torborg. No, not killing Titan was because I didn't consider that I could kill Titan. Killing Titan was not a line I realized was. Could have done both if you didn't make the token. Probably. No, so this is based on the... Oh, God. This is... Oh, no. Alright. We're not dead, but this is horrible. Yep. How many Valakut triggers? A lot. No, we're not dead. We're definitely not dead. We shouldn't be. 4? And they might have a land in hand and another... They have another land play. Okay, we might be dead. I don't think we are, but it's not going to be close. Yeah, I should have just killed the Titan and gotten the Archon. I was a fool for the constructs, as I always am. Oh, how many more land plays do they have? We might actually be dead. Because they were smart to get the... Oh, maybe. No. Oh my god. There's too much going on. So the other deck was called Gyoza, JK Torborg, which is a type of dumpling. And this is a deck that was descended from that in core concept. So, oh god. So, that's it. Like, the Jeskai can be a Chalice deck too, for sure. When I think of the advantage of playing Jeskai, though, I usually think of... And Esper, for that matter, I think of Snapcaster Mage and burn spells. So they don't have a bounce land in their hand, which is a victory here. Grixis Baozai when? I don't know what that is, so... Never? We might actually take this. Okay. Bow buns. Okay, got it. Yeah. Well, we would just call it Grixis Bow buns now, because now we've gone to the next layer where we don't even need to. All right. So I can make a food, cast Asmo. Asmo gets another cookbook. We want to blow up the Titan and then make them sacrifice one of these. I can't get everything in one turn. At least I don't think I can. But it does depend on what I draw with the Archon. So let's play Asmora first, discarding the Blood Fountain. Because I want to keep the extra Persist in case they kill my Archon again. Blood Fountain's not going to be useful soon. Can we Persist Titan twice to get their Vesuva? Oh, maybe. I don't think I have enough mana for that. I have a maximum of 5? Oh, maybe. Oh, man. Yeah, I think we can do that. That's really clever. Okay. Wild. So they get to keep one creature, but they lose the thing in hand. Interesting. Not going to be able to do that. So they sack Azusa. Then we go black. Shoot the Archon. Persist the Archon. Okay, they keep one thing, which is probably Titan. That's pretty good, huh? Oh. Right, because they still have... No. I think that was... Alright, pass the turn. Oh, someone asked me for that deck tech earlier, and I said, yes, I do them, but then we were playing some really involved game. This looks like an okay place to start, Bunny. Who was that? I'm so sorry. Gosh. Sway a bounce land kills your Archon? Sure. That is true. Oh no. Wow. Well, it doesn't draw them anything, so that's kind of nice. And I have Archon? Wait, this doesn't do anything. We just... Okay. Float. Get a cookbook. Or whatever. Jesus. They're dead. No, I'm sure they are. I just trying to... They have 0 cards in hand, right? Like, let's not dick around. I could even Spellbomb. One food. 2 food. Play Thought Monitor. Play Urza. Shoot that. Go to attacks. Hiya! Squaw! 3, and then 8, 14, it's like 17? Bravo!
You can run, but you can't glide.
This game did not look good when we started it, but this worked out pretty good. Worked out pretty good. No, Shauna, there was like way more I could have tried to pull out of that, right? Like, I feel that there would have been more. And I already made like, I don't know, 8 game actions. I think I could have done better. So many people. Yeah, it's going to get hectic in here. Let me complete my daily quest. Yeah, exactly. The Epicure is not particularly good here. Just kind of... Oh, so we want Alpine Moon. And then we've got the Needle. Kickham's fine-ish. Rebuke is fine-ish. They're going to have Bag. Bajuka Bag. I just want the Thoughtseize. Oh, I don't know where and when I choose to scraw Spider Space, but it's definitely based on Zoidberg and his mating dance, his mating display. Spear out? Sure, I could believe that. What do you like, Charmaw? Scraw? Yeah, I've heard that line before. Rebuke could be fun, but I'm not sure. Charmaw. First Charmaw is like better than the first Rebuke. Probably. Thanks for the follow, Marklar. You Marklar, my Marklar? Well, it's probably the Archon's horse that's making the screech, right? The kind of like a hawk or eagle. I'm not sure which one. All right, this hand is pretty perfect. Let's go. Yeah, pretty perfect is not. The Archon says its name like a Pokemon. Archon of Cruelty. Maybe they're one with the horse. Yeah, maybe it looks like a horse and rider, but it's not. It's one of those creepy Lovecraft things. All right, well, let's attempt not to lose. Map Explorer. Sanctuary. Gotta take the Explorer, right? Because then their next turn sucks. Obviously, the map can still get them something, but we could needle the map. It's from Amonkhet. That doesn't mean it's a what were they called? The Lazotep army. Unhallowed? There was a name for them. Activate next turn if they bounce Saga. Yeah, they didn't though. They walked into my trap card. Dreadhorde? Yeah. No, because the Dreadhorde is the after effect. Eternal. I don't think it's an Eternal. No, I don't think it's an Eternal. It's a member of the Dreadhorde, but it's not an Eternal. Because I think it's a denizen of Amonkhet, forged from, you know, Bolas's malice and the belief in the false god, or false god pharaoh, as it were. It's not a zombie. So there you go. See, it isn't. Yeah, all the Eternals are zombies. Well, for good reason. So I think we just play Needle Cookbook here, and I think we're needling their expedition map. Right, exactly, Jen and I. And do I want to play Saga this turn? Next turn I'm probably playing Asmo and or Thought Monitor. So I can't get value out of it yet. Like, I'd rather not Saga this turn. So in theory, they can't Titan this turn, and their turn is going to be very mediocre. They lose the Saga, they get another Omelet, and then... Oh, crap. Well... Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Board in the K-Coms, board in the Abrades, probably, is the lesson there. We're not dead or anything. It's just, we're just going nowhere, and so are they. Yep. You don't understand, Amulet Go. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me! Alright, so clearly should have played the Saga last turn. Lesson learned? Probably not. God damn it, I love that movie. No Titans. No Titans. Alright. Can't cast it yet anyway, but soon. But soon, and for the rest of my life. Alright. What do we got? Off the top. Come on. That's a good draw. No cast Ovalchase? I think this is way better, right? Spellbomb? Spellbomb. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, mama. Oh, mama. Hey, mama. Come on. Keep having that thing. 2-0. Yikes. Oops, all lands. I mean, it happens when you play the 30 land deck, right? Not gonna lie, like, it's 33 in most cases right now, right? Yeah, yeah. Amulet players going all the way up to 28 lands. They were pure psychos. Can you believe it? Aspiring Punt Master. Can I keep this? I'm going to keep this, but yeah. Well, there were 30. There was a couple of 30s and 31s, Shauna, but it's definitely no longer the stock, right? Like stock number is you can't keep this. I did. I definitely did. I'm not afraid. We'll just rip out of it, no problem. I got blood tokens. We're good. Don't even worry about it. You're worrying. Stop worrying. What are they gonna do? Monkey me? See? What are you worrying about? So, discard, discard. Yeah, perfect. See? Like, I can't believe you'd even worry. Gosh. Don't you know I'm a streamer? The thing is, it's win-win. Either I don't draw out and I go, ah, so unlucky, or I just draw out and it's like, yo, easy. Don't play. Don't play like that. You say I got eliminated in the top 8 due to never seeing a third land. Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? I will say, if you look at the league we've played here though, Shauna, this is what I was playing the league for, essentially, was look at how smooth and powerful this deck has been through the whole league. We've only lost one match, and it was in 3 games. And everything else has been really scrappy, but we pulled it off, so I'm glad we ran it back. Okay. So do that. Do this. I think you could win the first match. It was closer than you believe. I didn't say it wasn't close. I said that I don't believe this deck or most decks like it will ever have a good matchup against Grixis. They can have an acceptable one. It could be better than any other version of these decks. But at the end of the day, it's just really difficult to have a good matchup when this kind of strategy is what you're doing. So they currently have no removal for Asmora. But if I block the monkey, they can ping it. So I'm pretty sure I have to take a monkey hit this turn. So we just nail their Liliana. They're going to Inquisition my Persist. They're going to cast Croc, so we're going to discard Ovalchase to it, and then we'll find a way to pick it back up again. We'll make the food, and then next turn we'll play the Urza. So we're going to take a monkey hit this turn, but we're going to kill their Ren and 6. I think this is better than, one, giving them the opportunity to top deck. I guess they could make the choice to block, but that means I just attack this down next turn. They do play a lot of removal, though, so they might be able to high roll into drawing removal. I'm happy with this trade, too. Go. What does have a good Grixis matchup? I've heard Hammer Time if it's played incredibly well. Also, I'm sure if your sideboard is set up for it, like if you have Sanctifier on Vex. There's even Sanctifier on Vex main decks floating around because there's so much Grixis. I think Enchantress does. Yeah, Enchantress is probably okay. Ponza might be okay. Of course, Mun-Ra. Burn and Tron. Yeah, Tron I could see having a pretty good matchup. Envec. Sanctifié Envec. Hate Envec? Don't hate the Envec. Love the Envec. Just because you're not Vec and they are, I mean, there's no reason to be mad about it. Burn with Sanctifier sideboard. Oh yeah, Urian, No, Urian decks in general, I think, have a pretty good matchup. Mord couldn't have the win rate that he has without being able to beat Grixis. MOL, Magic Online or Arena, I'm about to invest in 1, 2, 2, and which one do you recommend and why? That's a very complicated question. I think if you want to seriously be part of the future of Magic, and by that I mean, I don't even know what that means, but like, I think if you want to compete at the highest level with the highest regularity, Arena is really the only way to go. However, Magic Online has every other format other than Alchemy and the historic stuff, and I can't see support for Magic Online and the paper formats ending anytime soon. Yeah, you can't get your money out of Arena. That's a huge selling point. Like, I could sell my collection out of Magic Online right now and get back, 80 to 90% of what I paid for some of the cards, although market value has changed since some of the cards I bought. I'm going to take the Bolt here because I'm not guaranteed to draw another artifact, and I don't want my food engine turning off. But I think we can't lose this game at this point, essentially. You have Pocket 2K if I need it, which is nice. Right, exactly. I can cast that? I can cast that. All right, cool. Saga's another artifact? Right, but... Oh shit, I don't have the second black. Well, I didn't really make any gameplay decisions around it. Do you think Arena you can save more money? No. I think you'll end up spending a lot more. I think the payoff of Arena is being part of that, like, I don't know, cutting edge, for lack of a better term. We can spin? We could spin. I think I'd rather just attack for this amount. I think I'm leaving back the Urza because 1 extra damage is not worth that much to me. If they have a single piece of removal plus Dash Monkey, I'm happier to have the Urza back. Might be a little conservative. You could have done both. What, if I didn't attack? Let's assume I spun into Bloodstained Mire. It's probably not worth it. Yeah, no worries, Munra. I mean, it's a very complicated question. That's why I'm not... I don't think that you should make your choice on the way you phrase that. If you're putting enough thought into it to think about it, then you should put enough thought into it. I personally, the way I enjoy Magic, I do not like Arena. I just don't like it. Right. Shauna has a good summary there where it's like... And the other thing... Like, that's the thing is, like, with Magic Online, you could just get a rental membership, even, like, a maximized one for, like, $60 a month. And then anytime you feel like you're done, you're done. Oh, well, if you like to play Modern and Legacy, there's only one place to play them. Play on Magic Online. Alright, so I probably don't want these Thoughtseizes. I like to Spellbomb the Lantern... and K-Com. Thanks, Mr. Seri, for that beautiful resub. Enjoy your emotes. Again, friend, how have you been? Want the Epicures. I think Spellbomb goes out here. I think so. Push seems good. It's okay. But it doesn't hit their Planeswalkers, so it's like... These matchups are really tricky, because like sometimes you end up on super low resources really quickly. That's fair for Delta Victor. And the 177777777. 7 months for 7777777. Is Voldaren Epicure good? They're a monkey deck, so yeah. think Brennan 7's modern playable. It's playable. My benchmark for playable, remember, is like you could build a deck in 3-2 with it. You could win an F&M with Ren and 7 in your deck, and it would have contributed. Right, and like Dinosaur the Third, the way I got back into Magic was cubing on my friend's awesome in-paper cube, and it was free. How is Epicure? Epicure's been good in general. That hand is good. Let's go. Hopefully we don't get a turn with Thoughtseize. Okay, that's annoying, but not that annoying. Because they'll probably have to pop it on my Ovalchase. Feel Arena is only good EV if you love Standard. Yeah, and Alchemy. And Historic. And yeah, let's just get this done while they're tapped out. And again, if you want to be a competitive player on the actual like cutting edge with the most possible opportunities to move on and compete at the highest level, Arena will give you more of those opportunities. But they're very, 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 very competitive. And the truth of the matter is, I think you should like find a way to do what you love. And Magic Online is the way that I'm able to play the formats that I love in a way that I like. Magic's always a scam? Well, I mean, it's a hobby. It's not a job. I think MTGO's scene is way more competitive. Not when you actually start looking at like competitive events, though, Spider, because like those will have like literally thousands of people from all over the world competing in them. It's not like the people who are good are just as good, if not better, than the people who are good on Magic Online. There are world-class players out there. There are Pro Tour competitors playing on Arena right now. I think so, Fran. It's more opportunities for a much larger population. So if you believe that you're better than that population, I would say that that's not wrong. We're going to get Liliana here, right? There's less bad players on Arena on average? Don't you mean there's more? The average is lower, but the peak is probably just as high, if not higher. The only thing I believe in is life after love. That's fair. That is a fair take. Oh, right. Bye, Asmo. That was a pretty good draw. Anyone? So let's do everything and then figure out what land I'm playing. Right. I mean, I think that's true, Fran, but once you get up into the echelons of like competition, it doesn't matter because you're still going to start hitting a point where just everyone is very, very good, right? Is the average MTGO player better than the average Mythic player? I think so. But also because there's more stakes on it than the latter. It's probably, I think probably the average MTGO player is better than the average Mythic player. But again, it's partially because there's stakes on every match. Every match you're playing for actual tangible reward unless you're in the practice room. And if you've seen the practice room, it's a mess in there, people. Fuck. Really? Okay. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Ladder seems some actual bullshit. Yeah, well. Hey, it's fine, Carrion. Like we were kind of giving them the business. All right. Any land gets me Urza. I don't think it's worth making any foods at this point. It is now. The cleanest 2-for-1 ever. I say 2-for-1. Right, that's very well said, Chris. Like, it costs a lot of money to be terrible at Magic Online. It costs you nothing to be terrible on Arena. Literally stole a grinder spot in the qualifier, whatever tournament that I didn't play in because I didn't care. How's that okay? Yeah, Magic Online sometimes has stuff like that, although considerably less, I guess. Land, please? Or any relevant spell? Land is good. I'll take a land. Oh, yeah, total's fine. So while I can spin immediately with Urza, I am not going to. And the reason why is if they have a removal spell for Urza, I want to float the mana in response, cookbook back the Urza, and just cast it again next turn. So while I can spin here, I have a good reason not to. And they really want to find removal for Urza and the Construct token, which is a big ask. Oh, it already is fucking magical. It's free to play for me. I make enough money just in tickets. I'm not even that good, and I don't even play great decks all the time. And I make enough money per month on Magic Online to also pay for the rental service. Like, and I'm not even pushing to be like someone who's grinding for money. Hey, Costin Gray. You can do that fucking magical, but you actually might be better served to get a rental service. So, KCOM? Hello, Shkadubens? Shkadubens. It can't be right to shock me there, right? Right? Shocking me there cannot be correct. Wow, they had the double removal. Good thing I planned for this. Okay, so dies. Pick him up. So it's much less likely that they can do it again. So this time I am going to spin. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. But I think it's worth it this time to take the risk. That, what would MTGO be like without rental services? Not great. For me. Yeah, Turducken Lol, I mean, it's more trend-based and liquid. That doesn't mean that it's more representative. It just means it's faster moving. Like, it doesn't mean it's more, like, accurate to what is best at the exact moment in time, right? It just means that it can move more quickly. So like if Sodek gets a 5-0, all of a sudden people play Dredge. It doesn't actually mean Dredge is that much better. It just means people are able to follow trends more quickly. Ooh, that's not a problem at all, actually. It looks scary. Hybrid symbols would prevent Jegantha from working with a companion as a companion. What? I don't think so, Dragon Party podcast. I think so. Kitchen thinks won't work because it has double. It has two of the same. Yes. That is how that works. Jegantha cannot be used if you have two of the same symbol and the white-green hybrid symbol is the same. Right? It just is. Same with X. X is the same. All right. So Grixis Dumpling second time out, 4-1 and close to a 5-0. Actually, we only lost to Grixis. This is why I wanted to run this back, because this was phenomenal. And it was a good tweak on thank you, friend. That's a good example. This is a good tweak on Gyoza. It has, again, lower ceiling, higher floor. It's more consistent. It's slightly less nutty when you draw the combo cards, but it's more than good enough. Archon's also a lot easier to cast off of Urza than Emrakul would be, but not as fun. But if you're looking for a really good variation on the Gyoza deck, Dumplings might be it. So